Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Preston Howard with Helpful Place Marketing, and today we're going to go over what it looks like to make price irrelevant to your customers. Now, this can be even if you're in a service-based business, but primarily for product and digital products, physical products and digital products. This works best for you, but again, also works for service-based businesses as well because this can still be applied. So I'm going to kind of go over. I'm actually going to show you some slides from a recent event that we went to that also broke this down, but also showing how it applies to our business and then also to some of the businesses that we work with as well. So kind of going into the first slide, I'm going to have to use this roller bar over here. These slides are going to be kind of hard to see, but this is kind of the first step. We talked about it in one of our other videos as well. But some of the things that you have to have before kind of moving into this is as far as kind of your vehicle, as far as what are you offering to your current client, or what are they buying as far as your current customers. And then number two is the belief. You know, how are they buying it? You know, what is the belief that is set that's making them buy it? So you really need to understand kind of what that current scenario looks like for your customers, as far as what are they currently buying in the marketplace, and then how are they buying that, right? Step two, this is kind of introducing, once you understand those things as far as what your current audience is doing and actively buying in the marketplace, this is where you come in. So this is what we call creating a product offer. So as you know, in the e-commerce space, there's a lot of different products out there. I mean, it's very easy to go on and source products from overseas, or just to easily throw something up to be able to have a product. Anybody can do that. But what's really difficult, or not so difficult, but what a lot of people aren't doing is creating what we call a product offer. Because once you actually do this, this is going to make it where you don't have to compete on price. It doesn't matter what you're selling it for. People want to be a part of that. People want to purchase what you bring to the table. So what does that look like? Okay, well, typically there's an offer, right? Anytime that you're putting something out there, there's an offer, and then there's a belief or a story that someone tells themselves to make them purchase that, right? And so you can kind of see over here with the three things, there's typically a vehicle, right, or whatever the opportunity is, whether that's a product, whether that's a razor, whether that's paint, whether that's golf clubs, whatever that is, it's that vehicle that has that belief behind it. Right, and a lot of time there's two different things that also back that up, which are internal, external beliefs. Right, so internal, those are insecurities based around kind of their own internal belief system, or maybe past experiences that have led them to that point. So one of the things that I'm going to show you today is actually a paint product. So we'll just kind of use that as an example here. But internally, a lot of people might be like, oh, I can't paint, or maybe, oh, it's too hard, or there's too much stuff. I'm not good at painting, or I don't know how to do this. These are, and that could also double as excuses, but a lot of times those external beliefs are going to be physical, and then internal, so it can kind of work both ways. So the slide's not the best way to represent that, but as far as you can kind of see what I'm saying, as far as there's a lot of times internal securities that people will tell themselves that might hold them back from purchasing a product, but there's also going to be external beliefs as well. As far as excuses that people will tell themselves that hold them back from purchasing that new opportunity as well. But definitely these three things are huge as far as being able to structure this. So as far as with your product offer, you need to have an offer, but you also need to know the story that is behind that. So your vehicle, as far as what that opportunity that is presenting to them through the product, and then also understanding the internal and external beliefs that your potential customers or your current customers are telling themselves, right? The second thing is being able to actually structure this offer. So once you know your vehicle that you're using, the internal beliefs and the external beliefs, right, and so it goes around what that main product is, right? So that vehicle, as far as that base product, and then of course the internal and external around that as well. So once we go into this is where the biggest thing happens, right? This is when you turn that red ocean, or that very saturated niche, into a blue ocean by creating something that no one else is offering. And that comes with being able to, one, present a new offer or a new vehicle that presents something new to your customers that helps them reach their desired results. right? And one of the best ways to do that as well is by creating a new belief or a story to support that vehicle. And of course, we're going to get into that as well. But that's really, this slide right here is kind of the most important thing to take away from everything as far as in this video today, is as far as once you could present a new offer to them that backs up a new story for them to be able to tell themselves. And a lot of times that happens with the story that you tell them as far as kind of what we call a differentiator, right, in your market. That is what's going to help create sales time and time again. And one of the examples that I'm going to show you here in the next slide is that they apply this to their business, and that is what makes them be able to sell for a much, much higher price for their product than typically that there is available in the marketplace. So there's other people that are selling the same exact, well, not the same exact product, but a very similar product for much cheaper price. And by applying these two things, it has allowed them to be able to really differentiate themselves and again, make price irrelevant in the market. So this is kind of, I'm not going to give out the exact site here. You might be able to see from what's listed on the product. But what they sell is a chalk-based paint. But it's much more than a chalk-based paint, right? It's a lifestyle. The entire product line that is based around this chalk-based paint, the story that is presented as far as with this product, it breaks down false belief patterns as far as making believe that they can't use it. It breaks down false beliefs in the current niche as far as what holds them back from typically purchasing a product and getting started using the product. And so kind of going back to here again, it goes with they present a new offer, a new vehicle to people who might typically be in this niche and using similar products, but they also build a new belief or a new story around that to be able to support that. So again, going back to making price irrelevant to your customers, if there's anything to focus on, it's going to be these two things right here as far as creating a new offer and creating a new belief. So as far as, again, your offer being that vehicle or your product or products or services, and then of course that belief that you present as far as breaking down maybe false beliefs that they had or false pretenses before using your product, and then of course presenting them with something new so that way they get behind your brand in itself. So again, just wanted to make this quick video today as far as showing making price irrelevant to your current customers or your potential customers to where they get behind and purchase your product over and over and over again. And if you want some more details on this, again, this is just kind of a quick rundown of some slides about showing how to create your product offer through presenting a new offer backed by a story. One of the great things that we recommend is checking out Russell Brunson's .com secrets. If you haven't read his first book or the one that kind of supports that, Expert Secrets, we'll go ahead and put a link for both of those so you can go ahead and visit. But what we're also going to do is include a link to actually go to one of our web classes to where we go much more in depth into the product offer, but we also cover much more like the 5 things in a product campaign, and then also some other things to help scale product campaigns as well. So if you're interested in learning more about how to make price irrelevant to your current customer base, and then also what makes just an amazing product campaign to literally scale to almost $20,000 a month with just one product using this strategy and some other things as well, then I highly encourage you to check out our web class. It's about 30 minutes long. I think it's like about 28 minutes to be able to go through. Make sure you take some notes with that, but we'll include that link below as well. So I hope you got some good information from this about being able to make price irrelevant to your customers. And if you've got any questions about this also, you can reach out to us on our personal page. Just shoot us a message. Alright guys, go out and make price irrelevant for your customers.